Good morning everybody, and the ghostly face of me frightening you on a Sunday morning. Welcome to Rapid Bay. As you can see here, as you can't see actually, Rapid Bay sports two jetties. One is a fairly modern construction, I don't think it's more than 5 years old, and the other one is around about 100 years old. And they both sit side by side, parallel, pointing out into the sea. I was expecting a fair amount of high cloud out to sea, but as you know, these weather predictions are often completely wrong, and in this case it is. There's zero clouds. So I'm going to use an old. Is it an old? Probably is. Tip in that if there's no cloud, you shoot away from the sun, and if there is cloud, you shoot towards the sun. So we're shooting around about 120 degrees-ish away from the sun, and we're just going to see if we can get some pastel colours on the horizon as the sun rises off to your behind you and to your right. So. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. I have been here before, and unfortunately my video camera, as it was then, failed before I got the GoPro. So I'll put up what I consider as my best image from that particular. It was a sunset of that particular evening. So I'll pop that up now, and you can at least see. What I can see from here. Okay, I'm just going to set up and then I'll come back to you. Okay, running my normal 8-minute exposure. We're about 40 minutes off, 45 minutes off sunrise, so 15 minutes before first light. I've set the camera up high. I'm looking very slightly down. There is some pebbly beach which I want to try and cut out the frame if I can. I'm looking at it, this being a 16:9. The jetty should come in from the bottom right-hand corner and run out up towards the left. As I said, we're not blessed with an abundance of cloud, but now that the light's coming up a touch, there is a little tiny bit out there which may catch. Fingers crossed, we hope that catches. But if not, we're after that subtle pastel light, super smooth water, hopefully catching that light, which will give us nice pastel shades in the water, and then the stark jetty to stand out from that, to give it that contrast. There are some lights out there on that jetty which was very helpful when it came to focus, because to focus way out in the distance, it's not quite infinity, but to focus on the jetty when the jetty is in complete darkness against dark water is a thankless task. But quite luckily there are a couple of lights out there which I was able to use to focus. So I focused in the middle of the jetty, f11, ISO 100 and 8 minutes. So if that turns out, we'll pop it up. Okay. Yes, now the lights are actually rising, I can see that there's there's a floating crane that's out there, which is slap bang in the middle, the bottom right at least, of our shot. Bugger. Yeah, I've travelled nearly 2 hours to get here, and now there's a bloody crane slap bang in the middle of it. But hey, not going to let it ruin our fun. What I might have to do is try and move further to your left, put a longer lens on, and then focus on the end of the jetty, and therefore cutting out that that crane. So hey, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so there's that crane, and there's the end of the jetty. So I may have to come and use a longer lens and just concentrate on this section here. So I think that's what I'll have to do. So I'm going to have to put on the longer lens. The 23 doesn't do it from this angle now, so we'll have to throw on the 32 to 64, which strangely enough it was on earlier on. I changed it because we wanted to get that shot that we saw just then. The light's rising now, as you can see, so we'll have to, I think, here come the mosquitoes. We'll probably have to throw really come right to my eye. Go away. Why in my eye? Why oh why, you horrible little things. Yeah, that sort of works. It's not the tidiest of images now, but it's certainly better than having that crane in the middle of the shot. So you see there's a slight nice blush on the horizon, so I'm hoping that will stay and maybe develop very slightly more. Never expected masses of colour away from the sun, shooting away from the sun, but you do expect some. There we go. Now you notice I've got my Izzy bag. I keep it in my hand, or I put it on the floor, or I leave it in my bag. I have seen many photographers use the Velcro clasp here to put it to your tripod. I did that once, and it was the first shootout with the GFX100, and the wind caught it and pushed the entire tripod and camera back. It acted as a sail. I had no filters on. I just put the camera up. I hadn't even started shooting, and as I turned to the bag to grab the remote lead, at that time went down to grab the remote lead, I caught a glimpse of the camera just sailing backwards. The tripod was fine, all the legs were stable, and the only thing it could have been was that Izzy bag pod. Luckily enough, I didn't have my viewfinder on at that time, and so it fell in mud, and I count myself lucky that particular day. So it's up to you. I'm just relaying my experience of that Izzy bag. I much prefer. It comes with, I'll show you. Yeah, it comes with a strap. It comes with a strap, and if I'm out away from a bag, then it's just up over the head, and it just rests here. It's fine. Pull it to the front, take what you need off, put it back, push it to the back if you're done. I'd much rather you did that than put it on your tripod and watch it go. And that's quite nice. That is quite nice. I'm quite pleased with that. It's very pastel. There's not an awful lot of movement. That was a 30-second shot. I can't see the need for doing any much longer than 30 seconds because we haven't got a lot of cloud. But that being said, you know what I'm like. We'll see whether some of this colour comes across and hits these clouds here, as I'm hoping. There is some lovely colour out to the right of you. I'm not sure if you can see that. There's some nice colour out there, but I'm unable to make a composition work that way, at least for the time being. The light over there is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to throw on the 100 to 200 watt lights there. Very, very quickly. We're going to lose that colour, I think, if I'm not quick enough. So there's a little stand of trees out there. So 2 shots, one for the highlights and one for the shadows. So you might find this interesting, is that an image like this where I'm taking this jetty and the empty space is off to the left, quite often what I will do is I will flip it horizontally, and the reason I do that is because most of the time they're Western eyes that look at my images, and Western eyes scan pages, images, everything left to right. And what I'll do now is, if this works out, I'll post this one, and I'll flip it. I'll post the other one, and just see which of the two you prefer. And that's the lights gone, lights done. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I'm always grateful to be out. I'm always enjoy the dawn of a new day. It's a beautiful structure. I think, what is it with photographers and things that are falling apart? We love, it's the interest, it's the character, it's the age, you know, they're unique. It's all of that, but it's definitely a major draw card to us photographers. So thank you for joining me here today. If you've enjoyed this, then please give us a like. Definitely give me a comment. I answer all of them. Yep. So wherever you are, please stay safe, look after you and your loved ones, and I'll see you.